Good. No, I'm not talking yet, so I don't know if that. All right. There we go. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Memorial Park here in Plover for this Division 4 regional final featuring the Tigerton Tigers, 15-2 on the year. They are the winners of the Central Wisconsin North Conference. We'll get into that here in our Auto Select pregame show, going up against the Pacelli Cardinals, the number 1 seed, and the winners, the co-winners of the Central Wisconsin South Conference. Team Evans alongside Katie Leichten here today on this gorgeous Wednesday afternoon in Central Wisconsin. Should be a good one. Kelton Opera on the mound for Pacelli this afternoon. And for the Tigerton Tigers will be Blake Steinbach for the purple and yellow. Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair service with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. Pacelli with a run rule win on Monday, and Rochelle, or not, against Almond Bancroft, and on the other side, Tigerton with an impressive final couple innings to take down Rochelle and move their way here to a sectional or to a regional final. Tigerton's first conference championship. We were made aware of this. First conference championship for Tigerton since 2007. They won the Central Wisconsin North Conference this year. It was the CWC Small back then. Nearly 20 years ago. So it should be a good one. Got a lot of games on the network. Couple of baseball games. How many? Two softball games, 4 baseball games. Just down the road here in Plover, it is Pacelli and Assumption softball about to get underway. Brennan Retzloff over there with Dan Lau. Another softball game. Blair Taylor is at Columbus Catholic. That should be a good one over at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. Number 9 seed Pepin Alma is at Pittsville tonight in baseball. Eau Claire Memorial is at Spash in baseball over at Buchholz Park. They're about ready to go. The stream is live. They're not ready to go yet. First pitch at 5 o'clock. And then over at beautiful Carson Park in Eau Claire, it will be the Wausau East Lumberjacks and the Eau Claire North Huskies. Again, a gorgeous afternoon here. Good crowd filing in. Good contingency of Tigerton Tiger fans as we are ready to get underway here in Plover. Again, a lot of these games, Pacelli and Tigerton did it the right way. And kudos to Pacelli, kudos to Almond, as well as Tigerton and Rochelle. They all agreed. They all came together, and they moved their games to Monday. Had yesterday off when most of the regional semifinals were supposed to be played. And they're able to come here now together, and now here to the play in a regional final today when a lot of the state is playing in a regional semifinal today with regional finals tomorrow. That makes our job a little bit more confusing and a little bit more congested because now tomorrow you've got a lot of regional final games for baseball, and we'll have at least 2, maybe 3 sectional finals for softball tomorrow. Again, you can find all that out at ZaleskiSports.com. It will, of course, be determinant on what happens tonight throughout the state, and we'll have those updates as we see them on our screen here at Memorial Park in Plover. So it should be it's a fun part of the year. Again, everything pushed back this year from where it had been previously. This week is usually sectional week for baseball and state softball week. But, again, everything pushed back. So next week, June 10th, has got to be one of the latest sectional weeks. And then a week after that is state baseball. And then before you know it, we will have our first Legion baseball game right now scheduled on our schedule. Won't happen. We'll get all that figured out, is on June 9th. And so that's right around the corner. Waupaca and Clintonville, maybe. I don't know. I've got it typed up somewhere. But most of the Legion season will start before the end of the high school season to get all those games in. So it's going to be a wild one as we figure out games throughout the next couple of weeks. But again, you've been listening to our Auto Select pregame show. Stevens Point's choice for Auto Select, or for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair service with locations on Church Street on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. Today's starting lineups brought to you by Associated Bank, where in every market they serve, Associated Bank is committed to uplifting colleagues, customers, and communities to be stronger. Batting first and behind the plate, number 22, Caleb Dahlstrom. Batting second in left field, Brody Miller. Batting at ninth and at third base, number 9, Mason Breitenfeld. Batting fourth and on the mound, Blake Steinbach. Batting fifth in the center field, Joey Zimdars. Batting sixth in right field, Asher Williams. Batting seventh at short is Cam Carlson. Batting eighth in at second base, Logan Drews. Batting ninth at DH is Brett Tiller. He is hitting for the first baseman, Gavin Lodish.
At shortstop, number 3, Cam Carlson.
They are head coached by Paul Selner, assisted by Mike Selner. The Tigers in gray pants, pinstripe tops, white numerals, and yellow outlines. I've said it from the beginning of the year. We are very fortunate in Central Wisconsin. There are a lot of very slick jerseys, very slick uniforms. Tigerton right up there. Pretty good looking jerseys there. And now for the home Pacelli Cardinals, batting first at shortstop, Melise Badoon. Batting second in center field, Jaden Garski. Batting third at second base, Lucas Hammerly. Batting fourth at first base, number 10, Tomas Umara. Batting fifth, doing the DHing, Nate Hammerly. Batting sixth behind the plate, Eric Reinke. Batting seventh, third baseman, Shelly Schrober. Batting eighth in right field, Bryce Flaker. Batting sixth in left field, Braden Flaker. And on the mound is Kelton Opper. Nate Hammerly is the DH. Kelton Opper on the mound.
Out in center field.
We'll have a national anthem here in just a moment, so I'll mute myself and turn over to our public address announcer for the remainder of our starting lineups and then our national anthem.
Base today, number 10, Tomas Umera. The designated hitter, number 9, Nate Hammerly. The catcher, number 2, Eric Reinke. Out at third base, number 12, Sully Schrober. Going to right field, number 5, Bryce Flaker. In left field, number 6, Braden Flaker. And on the mound, number 8, Kelton Opper. The Cardinals head coach is Hall of Famer Wayne Sankey. He is assisted by Jeff Saddlemeyer, John Raflick, Sam Griebach, and Joel Weinberg. Now if you'd please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're ready to go here in Plover. Our national anthem is had. Our starting lineups are finished, and our Auto Select pregame show is finished up as well. We will hear from our friends over at Auto Select. Come back with your opening pitch. You're watching high school baseball regional final action on Zaleski Sports.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
All right, ready to go here in Plover. Tigerton and Pacelli, a rematch of the regional final on the hardwood earlier this winter, or a couple of months ago. And we are bound and ready to go here for this regional final. Baseball style this time around. Kelton Opera on the mound. Going up against Caleb Dahlstrom, Brody Miller, and Mason Breitenfeld for the Tigerton Tigers. Again, the winners of the Central Wisconsin North are the Tigers. 15-2 coming in. They're their first conference championship since 2007. So congratulations to the Tigers. They've only got 2 seniors on this team. Their center fielder, Joey Zimdars, and their DH, Gavin Lotch. So, a team to check out. They got a lot of juniors, handful of freshmen on the team, only 1 sophomore. That's Cam Carlson at shortstop. So we'll see how Coach Seldner and the Tigers go about it here tonight against one of the top pitchers, big-time lefty in Kelton Opper.
The Tigers will be number 22, the catcher, Caleb Dahlstrom.
Beautiful Memorial Park here in Plover. Crowd continues to file in. As mentioned, good contingency from our friends in Tigerton after their big-time win over Rosselt on Monday. A big 5th and 6th inning for Tigerton. And the first pitch this afternoon comes in at 4:29 as a fly ball to right and out of play. And we're underway here today. And we'll keep an eye on the other Pacelli game, taking on Assumption in girls softball. Pacelli has had Assumption's number the last 2 times they've met. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Down in Madison last year, it was a 10-0 win in the state semifinal, and earlier this spring over at WIAA at Spud Field, I think it was a 10-0 game there as well. The 0-2 from Opper swung on and missed. 3 pitches, and Kelton Opper picks up his first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Called Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. That'll bring up the left fielder, Brody Miller. Give you the defensive alignment here in just a moment. Kelton's first pitch to Miller misses for a ball. The 1-0 coming back, fouls straight back. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Braden Flaker in left. Jaden Garski in center and Bryce Flaker in right for Coach Wayne Sankey. Co-champions of the Central Wisconsin South. Off the end of the bat to second, gobbled up. An easy play over there by Lucas Hammerly. And there's 2 away here in the first for Mason Breitenfeld.
Mason Breitenfeld.
Sully Schober over there at third. Melise Badoon at short. Lucas Hammerly at second. And Tomas Umara over at first. Behind the plate, Eric Reinke. Breaker misses high for a ball. for a strike. A ball and a strike here to the Tigerton third baseman. Slow ground ball to third. Tough play. And over to first, it hits the runner Breitenfeld. And Mason will reach first on a 2-out base hit.
The pitcher, number 11, Blake Steinbach.
Got to bring up the pitcher, Blake Steinbach. One of these two teams will play here next week, Tuesday, sectional semifinal, 1 p.m. We'll have a whole host of sectional baseball for you next week. Once all of the games get concluded tomorrow, popped up and out of play. 328 down the lines here at Memorial. 372 to straightaway center. Mike Wendland tonight over at Buchholz Park. 8 and 9 seeds. Eau Claire Memorial traveling to Stevens Point tonight. And then the winner gets the luxury, I guess, of going over and playing one of the top teams in the state in Hudson tomorrow. Then the winner of that one will return back to Stevens Point next week for a sectional at Buchholz Park as well. First inning in the books, first half inning in the books over at Spud Field. Peyton Mansell 3 up, 3 down with 3 strikeouts. She had 19 against Marathon last week in a regional final in a 1-0 game. Opper back on the 1-2. Got him swinging, and that'll end the first inning. Couple of Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts. Tigerton leaves one stranded. We played a half an inning. It's Tigerton nothing. Pacelli coming up. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Melissa Badoon to lead things off here for Pacelli in the home half of the first inning. A shout out to our good buddy Dave Hahn over at Taylor Field tonight in Iola. He's PAing for Iola and Sevastopol tonight, or at Taylor Field in Iola. The winner of that one has to go over to Gibraltar tomorrow for a regional final. Breaking ball, that's off the glove of Dahlstrom. So the winner of this one will then await a winner for tomorrow's game between Gibraltar, Washington Island, and either Iola or Sevastopol. There's a swing and a miss from Badoon. Gibraltar, Washington Island took down Assumption last night, 5-1. That's going to be popped up, foul territory. Over on it is Lodge and out of play. Two balls, two strikes, just underway here in Plover. Regional final title on the line. The 2-2. That's going to be hit to left center field. Brody Miller on it. He gives way to his center fielder, Zimdars. Joey Zimdars makes the catch, and there's one away here in the first. Culligan Water specializes in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Joey Zimdars, one of those two seniors on this team for Tigerton. Misses away to Jaden Garski, the center fielder. The 1-0, hard hit to short, and it hits the lip of the grass and over Cam Carlson. And Jaden will reach first with a one-out base hit. That'll bring up the second baseman, Lucas Hammerly. Garski, a healthy lead at first, stays put. First one in there to Hammerly is good for a strike. Throw back to first, and that one gets past the first baseman, Lodge. Garski is going to reach first. It was bobbled a couple of times. Or reach second, pardon me. On the air by the catcher. Tomas Umaro waiting on deck. That's going to be popped up, shallow center. Zimdars then backs up. He's going to make the catch. Garski's got to stay put. And there's two away now for Tomas Umaro.
The first baseman, number 10, Tomas Umaro.
Runner at second here. First one is high and away to Tomas. And that one hits him on the front knee. And now Pacelli's got runners at first and second with two outs for Nate Hammerly, the DH.
Designated hitter, number 9, Nate Hammerly.
Two on, two out. Pacelli trying to strike first. Outside corner, good for a strike. Steinbach fires back, outside corner, good for a strike. Hammerly behind, 0-2. Fires home, and that one gets away on the wild pitch. Runners will advance 90 feet. Now two in scoring position. The 1-2, high and away. Dahlstrom saved one there. The 2-2. Swung on it, yes. And Steinbach gets out of it here in the first. No runs on a hit. There was an error and 2 left. We've played 1 complete. It is scoreless here in Plover. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, it'll be Zimdars, Williams, and Carlson for Tigerton here in the second. Reminder that just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Joey Zimdars, a couple of putouts in that first inning for Tigerton defensively. Will be followed by the right fielder, Asher Williams, and then the shortstop, Cam Carlson, against Kelton Opper. Kelton gave up a base hit in the first, but then was left stranded after the strikeout to Steinbach. Behind the fastball, 0-1. Asher Williams on deck. Again, just 2 games live so far. Our game and Assumption Pacelli softball. They got 4 more coming up at 5 o'clock. Blair Taylor at Columbus Catholic softball. Pepin Alma at Pittsville baseball. Eau Claire Memorial at Spash baseball. And then Wausau East at Eau Claire North. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike. Swung on and missed. There's the third serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout from Kelton Opper. That'll bring up the center fielder, or excuse me, the right fielder, Asher Williams. All games are live right now. Go check them all out. First one, a high inside strike to Williams. A very interesting one to keep an eye on as well is Lakeland and Medford softball. Keep an eye on that one as well. Sailor Timmerman is on a whole nother level pitching wise for Lakeland last week. Her numbers were not even video game like. They were maybe not even an anomaly. They were just crazy the way that she pitched last week against Shawano and Mosinee. 13 innings on Tuesday last week. 29 strikeouts. And then they came down to Mosinee and upset the #1 seed Mosinee Indians. And now they're in Medford tonight. There's a swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts for Kelton Opper. 4th serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, and that'll bring up the shortstop Cam Carlson. And then the winner of Medford Lakeland has to go up to Rice Lake tomorrow and take on the Warriors in a sectional final. High strike is swung on and missed. Groom in the field over in Medford. Outside miss from Opper. Logan Drews awaits on deck. the 1-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kelton fires back and misses low. Pacelli looking to reach another sectional. Last year made a trip to state. There's one right down the gut for a strike and a backwards K that time. Opper strikes out the side here in the second. He picks up his 5th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. We played an inning and a half. It's scoreless here in Plover. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're gonna get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Eric Reinke to lead things off here in the home half of the second inning. And Reinke swings and misses that one, then off the glove of Dahlstrom behind the plate. Quickly fires back, misses low and out. Sully Schulber waiting on deck, followed by Bryce Flaker for Pacelli here in the second. They got a couple of base runners in the first, and then there's a fly ball to center field. Backing up on it, Zimdars. It's going to one hop. It's going to nearly get to the warning track, and a leadoff double for Eric Reinke. The outfielders for Tigerton playing extremely shallow, and that one just over his head. And a runner at second with nobody out now for Pacelli here in the second inning. Checks a swing, a high one in there anyway, and it's 0-1. Steinbach works quickly. And nearly got him there. Spinning out of the way, evens it up at a ball and a strike. 1-0 Pacelli over Assumption in the bottom of the second inning. Schober quickly behind 1 and 2. Steinbach fires in again, inside corner, and got him looking. That's the second strikeout for Steinbach, and there's one away now for Bryce Flaker. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. Fly ball to shallow left. The shortstop out there, Cam Carlson, to make the catch. There's 2 away now for Braden Flaker.
The left fielder, number 6. Braden Flaker.
So leadoff double from Reinke. He stays put at second after a strikeout and a pop out. There goes Reinke. Throw down to third is in time, but he didn't tag him. Reinke with a sweet slide over there at third base. 0-1 on Braden Flaker. Throw was there in time. He slid to the outside part of the bag. knuckled foul back, and it's 0-2. And fires. Gonna be hit over to first and past the first baseman, Lotch. And a run will score. An RBI base hit for the number 9 hitter, Braden Flaker. Right off the hands, and Flaker put it past the first baseman and into right field for a RBI single, and that'll bring up the top of the order, Melise Badoon. I'll be with you tomorrow in Necedah with either Pacelli or Assumption. Throw down to second, and it's dropped by the second baseman, Logan Drews. So either Assumption will play down there against Melrose or Pacelli will. We'll have that game for you with a trip to state on the line. Now one misses away. Steinbach works quickly. That one bounces in there. Now the throw down to third this time, and looks like he got caught up a little bit on the slide, but still able to make it in there. Now runner at third with 2 outs again for Pacelli. Jaden Garski on deck, and a 4-pitch walk to Melise Badoon. Would assume Melise wouldn't stay put at first for very long. Whitetail Properties Real Estate is your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you're looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Melise stays put. And Garski looks at a strike. Missed high that time, evens it up at a ball and a strike. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. The 1-1. There goes Melise. Throwing right back to the pitcher, Steinbach. Now there's 2 in scoring position for Jaden Garski. Pacelli looking to add on here. In the second with 2 outs. Going to be hit to shallow right. Over on it is Asher Williams. He's going to make the catch and end the second inning. Pacelli scores once on 2 hits. They leave 2. We've played 2. It's a 1-0 Cardinals. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home, providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, so we go to the third. It'll be Drews, Tiller, and Dahlstrom for Tigerton here in the top of the third inning. Kelton Hopper on the mound, 5 strikeouts. The only other out so far recorded was a ground ball to Lucas Hammerly in the first inning. Lefty v righty here to start the third. Kelton misses high and away. Last year, a Pacelli trip to state, lost to the Leva Strum Cardinals in a state semifinal. The Leva Strum went on to win their first ever state championship in baseball, and then 2 years ago, it was dramatic fashion up in Athens with Edgar walking off the Cardinals. Hopper stares in on the 2-1. Outside corner paints the corner, and it's 2-2 to Logan Drews, the second baseman. Hopper stares in and fires. Low and away. Counter runs full now to the number 8 hitter, Logan Drews. And the payoff. Got him. Came back with a heater, and that's the 6th strikeout for Kelton Hopper.
Number 15.
That'll bring up the DH,
hitter,
Brett Tiller. Tiller, the DH, hitting for first baseman Gavin Lotch. There's one at the letters for a strike. Caleb Dahlstrom awaiting on deck. And the 0-1. Outside, missed. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more at nicolaybank.com. Wild one outside, 2-1. All of our games are just about to go first pitch time on Zaleski Sports tonight. Glad you're joining us on this Wednesday afternoon in central Wisconsin. Inside corner, backing out of the way, evens it up at 2-2. Highlights of all these games will be available tomorrow. There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7 for Kelton, the first time through the order. 7 strikeouts, 7 serve pro. Jamie went to strikeouts. That'll bring up the catcher, Caleb Dahlstrom. And the first offering home. Strikeout victim in the first. Swings over the top of that one. It's 0-1. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for Pacelli in the bottom half of this inning. And Hopper gets another one in there, 0-2. Kelton kicks and fires and fouls it at the plate. Today's game is brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lier's Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Kelton pauses and fires. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The lefty with a deep breath and fires home. Got him again, fouled into the mitts, into the glove of Reinke, and Kelton Hopper for the second straight inning strikes out the side as we go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Pacelli. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Faber Realty.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people?
Mortgage VR.
Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
All right, to the bottom of the third inning we go here in Plover. It'll be Hammerly, Umara, and Hammerly for Pacelli. A reminder that Mutual of Wausau Insurance is protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. 1-0 Pacelli. They left 4 runners on base, 2 in each inning so far. Eric Reinke led off the second inning with a double. The run for Pacelli came with 2 outs in that second inning. Did leave 2 in scoring position in the second. First one high and away. Hammerly flew out to center field his first time up. Umara, who waits on deck, was hit by a pitch. They're already in the top of the fourth in down the road here over at WIAA Park. Spud Field. Fire Pro Field will be the home of a sectional final tomorrow. DC Everest and Menominee. First pitch at 5 o'clock. And Hammerly spins out of the way that time, 3-0. Maybe it's 4:30. Maybe it's a 4:30 start. I'll have to look. In there for a strike, buckled his knees. Good old handy dandy internet here. That's a wild pitch. There's a 5-pitch walk. Menominee and New Richmond, one of the only softball games that actually got played yesterday. The Storms were able to blow through the western part of the state. That's a 4:30 start at Fire Pro tomorrow over at the beautiful complex of WIAA Park. A runner at first and nobody out. Umara hits this one to deep center field. Backing up is Zimbars, and that one's going to get over his head. Zimdars chase it all the way to the fence. Hammerly will score. Umara will get into third with an RBI triple. Squared that one up and smashed it over the head of Joey Zimdars. And Tomas is in at third with an RBI triple. That'll bring up Nate Hammerly, a strikeout victim in the first. Two and nothing here to Nate Hammerly. Tomas at third with nobody out. There's one in there. Eric Reinke, who doubled over the head of Zimdars in the second, is on deck. Two balls and 2 strikes now. Fires home, able to hold off and bounce up the third base line. Good read there by Tomas at third. Three balls and 2 strikes. Steinbach out of the windup and lost him. Second walk of the inning. The runners at the corners now for Eric Reinke, who doubled his last time up. Nate Hammerly at first, Tomas Umara at third. Still nobody out. Stevens Point Orthopedics is proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this summer. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. There goes Hammerly. No throw had. Reminder to call 715-344-0701 to get you ready for the fall sports season. The 2-0. Missed high for a ball, 3-0. Ranky doubled to center his last time up. And a 4-pitch walk there to Ranky. So third walk of the inning. Steinbach worked the first time through the lineup pretty well. And now there's runners at, or the bases are loaded for Sully Schober, who struck out looking in the second. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Feld's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Feld's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Bases are full of Cardinals now with nobody out here in the third. Gamara at third, Nate Hammerly at second, and Eric Reinke at first. Steinbach out of the windup. Infield plays in, foul ball past third. Infield in, the 0-1. Inside just missed, not by much. And that one nearly in the ear hole, and it's 2-1. The 2-1. 3-1 now to Schober. Steinbach kicks and fires back home, and in there, no. Walks in a run. Not by much again. That was close.
Right fielder number 5, Bryce Flaker.
Fourth walk of the inning, brings in a run. Bryce Flaker popped out to short his first time up. Blair Taylor up on Columbus Catholic 3-0 in the first inning in girls softball. Pacelli looking to add more here. Inside miss again. There's one down the middle. 3-1 to Flaker. Braden Flaker on deck. Steinbach. And the the fifth walk of the inning.
The left fielder, number 6, Braden Flaker.
And they'll bring up Braden Flaker, single down the first base line. His first time up, brought in Eric Reinke. Bases remain loaded, still nobody out. 3 runs across here in the inning. There's outside corner for a strike. Melise Badoon on deck. He popped up first base side, foul territory, giving it a run is Lotch, and unable to chase it down. 0-2. Blair Taylor scores a couple more. That's getting out of hand early up at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. 5-0 Wildcats. The 0-2. Maybe off the knuckles and foul. Steinbach. Hickson fires home the 0-2. And that was off the glove of Dahlstrom. Head first slide coming in to score is Ranke. Just off the glove of Dahlstrom. Now runners at second and third. 1-2 count to Flaker. A good start for Wausau East. There's a strike three looking on the outside corner. There's a first out of the inning. Third strikeout of the night. Wausau East up 2-0 on Eau Claire North at Carson Park. Memorial and Spash scoreless right now. First offering to Badoon is popped up and out of play behind us. Eighth hitter of the inning is Melise. A fly ball and a walk, or fly out and a walk for Melise. The 0-1, high and tight. That one's going to be hit to right field. That one's going to fall in front of Williams. One will score, and it's going to be cut off. And Badoon drives in a pair. Schober and Flaker. May have been a close play at home, but it was cut off by the pitcher Steinbach. 2 RBI single for Melise Badoon. And now the ninth hitter of the inning is Jaden Garski. Still only one out, ninth hitter of the inning. And bounces in there. Five walks in the inning, a strikeout. There was a triple by Tomas Umara. Now it's fouled at the plate. So inning started off with a walk to Lucas Hammerly, then a triple from Umara, then a walk to Nate Hammerly, Ranke, Schober, and Flaker. Bryce Flaker, and then Braden Flaker struck out, and then Melise Badoon had 2 RBI base hit just seconds ago. Throw down to second is a tad bit late, and Melise steals second base. That was going to be hit over to Carlson at short, bobbled. Throw to first is in time. Good job by Cam Carlson to stick with it. There's 2 outs now for Lucas Hammerly.
Lucas Hammerly.
Offering home is high and wild. 10th hitter of the inning. Pacelli has batted around here in the third. They've scored 6 times. Hopped up out of play into the parking lot. Score from down the road. Pacelli 3 and Assumption nothing. It looked like there was a 2-run home run for Pacelli. It tied up the pitcher, Dahlstrom. May have been a strike, but Dahlstrom got all tangled up, and it was a tough read there. The 2-1. Now it bounced in there. 3-1. 7-0 Pacelli. Going to be hit hard to Zimdars in center. Ranging over, and it gets over his glove. Lucas Hammerly will truck into third. No, he'll put up the stop sign at third, does Coach Sankey. An RBI double from Lucas Hammerly.
Lucas brings up the first baseman, Tomas Umera.
Now Tomas Umera, who tripled earlier in this inning. It's a 7 spot here in it's a 7 spot here in the third. This is low. Steinbach fires home in there for a strike. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. That's going to be lifted to right field. Williams tracking it and stabs at it and makes the catch to end the third inning. They bring up 11, they score 7, they leave 1. We've played 3 complete. New score, Pacelli 8 and Tigerton nothing. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
All right, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Tigerton here in the fourth. A lot of ground to make up now after that 7-run third inning for Pacelli. They scored 7 times on just 3 hits. There were 5 walks in that inning. 1 runner left on base. For all your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs. It's a sure thing to get you back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service.
Left fielder, number 5, Brody Miller.
Brody Miller, he's been the only non-strikeout out so far for Kelton Hopper. That was a ground ball to second in the first. Other than that, Kelton's got 8 strikeouts. First one misses high for a ball. Getting other games tonight. Assumption at Pacelli softball, Blair Taylor at Columbus softball, Pepin Alma at Pittsville baseball. Eau Claire Memorial is over at Buchel taking on Spash in baseball, and Wausau East is at Eau Claire North in baseball. The 1-1 bounced in there. Get you a score from that Lakeland Medford game. Something that hasn't happened to Sailor Timmerman in 21 innings last week. She was scored upon. This time scored upon against Medford. 1-0 Raiders in the top of the second. 3 balls and a strike here to the Tigerton left fielder. And a 5-pitch walk from Kelton Hopper, his first free bases of the night. Now to bring up Mason Breitenfeld. Breitenfeld singled his last time up. That was that slow roller over to third. There's a big swing and a miss from the Tigerton third baseman. And Tigerton 15-2 on the year. They won the Central Wisconsin North Conference for the first time in 18 years. Throwback to first from Reinke is a good toss, but back in time was Miller. Opera looks in and kicks and fires. Ground ball over to first. O'Mara will take it himself on the 3 unassisted. Miller will head over to second. 1 away here in the 4th for Blake Steinbach, the catcher, or the pitcher, pardon me. Had played last week in softball, something I don't know if I've ever written in a scorebook. Had a 4 unassisted at first base last week. First baseman came up to try and make the play, got under her glove, and the second baseman took it and stepped on first. Gonna be hit to short and backhanded. Throw to first is not in time, and a wild throw from Badoon will bring in the first run for Tigerton. Brody Miller will score. Single for Steinbach and then error to score. That'll bring up Joey Zimdars, the center fielder. Tigerton on the board here in the 4th. For all those wondering, we were wondering up here what Pittsville was going to do. There's a ground ball up the middle, double play opportunity, steps on second across and not in time. Zimdars will reach down the fielder's choice. Steinbach out at second. That'll bring up Asher Williams. We were all wondering what Pittsville was going to do, if they're going to throw Logan Zickert today or tomorrow. Ben Friday is on the mound for Pittsville tonight against Pepin Alma. And we'll throw Logan tomorrow if Pittsville is able to get past the Eagles tonight. They would take on Columbus Catholic tomorrow afternoon for a regional final at 5 o'clock. The scenario for Columbus Catholic is you either make the trip down to Pittsville or you get to host a regional final if Pepin Alma is able to pull off the upset. The 1-1 popped up into the screen, and it's 1-2 to Asher Williams. (8-1) Pacelli as Tigerton was able to score here in the 4th. Opper fires home. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kelton wheels and deals, got him swinging. That's the 9th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Kelton, but the Tigers get on the board here in the 4th on a hit. There is an error and 1 left. We've played 3.5. It is Pacelli 8, Tigerton Pacelli 8, Tigerton 1. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Imagine if your orthopedic clinic, surgery center, and physical therapy were all in one place with one team. At Stevens Point Orthopedics, you'll have a clinic where a friendly voice always answers your call. If you need further care, it's a short walk to meet our surgery center team, or down the hall to meet a group of our physical therapists. There is one space and one team for the best orthopedic care in central Wisconsin. That's Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment and hometown care.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
We go to the fourth. It'll be Nate Hammerly to lead things off. Nate, a strikeout and a walk. One of 5 walks in that third inning. On the mound now for Tigerton is Brody Miller. He was the left fielder before. Caleb Dahlstrom, who was behind the plate, is now in left field. The pitcher, Blake Steinbach, is now the catcher for the Tigers. There's one in there to Hammerly for a strike. Dahl Automotive, we'll wait. Tigerton pitchers, we'll do it in between batters. Tigerton pitchers work very quickly. And that one hits Hammerly. Dahl Automotive in Stevens Point has over 1,300 vehicles in, but they want more, so they'll offer an extra $500 over book value for your trade-in vehicles. Shop DahlAuto.com for the best selection in the area, or stop in to see them at Dahl Honda just off Stanley Street at Dahl Chrysler, or on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. That's going to be hit by Reinke to shallow right field. That one's going to drop for a base hit, and Eric's been on base 3 times, a couple of base hits and a walk. That'll bring up Sully Schober. And I'll be back with you tomorrow down in Necedah. Pacelli leading Assumption 3-0. Third base, and going to be taken across the diamond and in time for a double play. A 5-3 double play. Breitenfeld is able to gather it, step on third, and throw it across the diamond. There's 2 away for Bryce Flaker. Eric will reach third on the wild one. And the 1-0 in there for a strike. Could be hit to shallow left. Over on it is Cam Carlson to end the 4th inning. A run, or excuse me, no runs on a hit, and 1 left on. We've played 4 complete. It's 8-1 Pacelli. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
All right, fifth inning we go. It'll be Cam Carlson, Logan Drews, and Brett Tiller for Tigerton. And they're able to run across in the fourth on a base hit, an error. They did leave one left on, but nice double play in the bottom of the fourth by the third baseman, Mason Breitenfeld. And really stopped any damage that Pacelli might have put together in the fourth inning. They're in the sixth in at WIAA Park. Still 3-0 Pacelli over Assumption. Again, that winner will head down to Nacita tomorrow to take on a very good 21-3 Melrose Mindoro. 5 o'clock first pitch from Nacita High School. Cam Carlson at the plate, looks at a ball low and away. Kelton 9 strikeouts, only had one in that last half inning, or in that last inning. Struck out the side twice, once in the second, once in the third. The 1-1. Way behind it. 1-2. The 1-2 coming home. Double-digit strikeouts tonight for Kelton Oppers. Picks up his 10th. Serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. That'll bring up Logan Drews, who struck out back in the third inning.
Baseman, number 18, Logan Drews.
During the third in Marshfield, Blair Taylor leads Columbus Catholic 5-1. The winner of that one will head to Blair Taylor. Take on Ithaca, I believe. Past third, it's a fair ball. And a one-out base hit for Logan Drews. Tigerton with their third hit of the night. That'll bring up Brett Tiller, the DH. Brett struck out in the third. High and away from Kelton, and it's 1-0. That corner for a strike. The 1-1. Behind the high heater, and it's 1-2 strikes. Gil Dahlstrom awaiting on deck, the leadoff hitter for Tigerton. The 1-2, got him again. 11th for Kelton, and there's 2 away now for the top of the order, Caleb Dahlstrom.
Caleb Dahlstrom.
Dahlstrom 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Hopper kicks and fires. Going to be hit to right and foul. 0-2 now to Dahlstrom. No balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball to second. Hammerly will take it himself and flip it over to short. Badoon waiting there, and that'll end the 5th inning. No runs on a hit, 1 left. We played 4 1/2. Still 8-1 Pacelli. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Braden Flaker.
Braden Flaker at the plate, an RBI single in the second and a strikeout in the third. Brody Miller on the mound for Tigerton, his second inning of work. First one in there for a strike. Brody, one of the juniors on this team for Tigerton. 4 freshmen, 2 seniors, a sophomore. Ground ball right back to him. Bobbles it. He's able to regain it and toss over to first for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the top of the order, Melise Badoon, a fly out to center.
Shortstop, senior Melise Badoon.
A walk and a 2 RBI single. First offering to Melise is high and tight. Pittsville 1, Pepinalma nothing. They're in the top of the third. There's a strike. Eau Claire Memorial and Spash tied at 0. They're in the top of the third inning. And Badoon looks at a strike again. Gonna be hit right to second on a line and snagged out of the air by Logan Drews. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 7, Jaden Garski.
That'll bring up Jaden Garski, a single fly on a ground out. First one high and in. There's a strike outside corner, evens it up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 can be hit over the head of Drews this time and into right field. And 2 out base hits for Jaden Garski.
Second baseman, number 3, Lucas Hammerly.
I'll bring up Lucas Hammerly. Lucas, a fly out, a walk, and a double. The offering here to Hammerly in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lucas Hammerly. That one's off the glove of Steinbach. Runner at second now. Ooh, a big swing, fouled it into the mitts. 2-2. Just missed. Coach Seldner is out to celebrate with his pitcher. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Popped up on the infield. Able to make the catch is Breitenfeld to end the 5th inning. No runs on a hit, 1 left. We've played 5. It's 8-1 Pacelli. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always serve quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
6th inning we go here in Plover. It'll be Brody Miller, Mason Breitenfeld, and Blake Steinbach for Tigerton, trailing 8-1 here in the 6th. Miller today a ground out, and he walked in the 4th. He came around to score. He came around to score in that 4th inning, the lone run for Tigerton so far here tonight. Besides that 7-run 3rd inning, I mean, it has been pretty well off for Tigerton. They 5 walks in that inning. Pacelli scored 7 times and just 3 hits. So we'll see how it all pans out here. Brody Miller at the plates, the pitcher for Tigerton. Right down the middle, first strike, 0-1. The 0-1 offering from Kelton Hopper is swung on and missed. Kelton with 11 strikeouts tonight.
Sorry, Brody. You got it.
He's given up 3 hits. 1 walk. That was to Miller in the 4th. Missed away, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 coming back. Popped up. Reinke giving it a chase, but out of play into the overhang net, and it remains 1-2. We play here in the top of the 6th. Regional final on the line. Good crowd here tonight. Good contingency making the trip over from Tigerton. The 1-2. Bit high and a bit away. 2-2. Hopper comes back again on the 2-2 and bounced in there. Good battle here. Hopper on the payoff. Comes back. Swung on and missed at ball 4. And strikeout number 12 for Kelton Hopper. So 1 away here in the 6th. That's
the third baseman, number 9, Mason Breitenfeld.
That is the 12th Surf Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. That'll bring up Mason Breitenfeld. Breitenfeld tonight, a single and a ground out. Breitenfeld's made some nice plays at third base tonight for Tigerton. A swing and a miss off the gear of Reinke. No balls and 2 strikes here to Breitenfeld. Got him way behind it. Reinke's got to secure the out at first, and he does with ease. And back-to-back strikeouts, number 13 for Kelton Hopper. There's 2 away now in the 6th.
Number 11, the catcher, Blake Steinbach.
Gonna bring up the catcher, Blake Steinbach. Strikeout and a single tonight for Blake. The 1-0 coming back. Bounced in there. 2-0 now to Steinbach. Joey Zimdar's on deck for Tigerton. With 2 outs here in the 6th. Regional final action. Steve Mabes, Katie Leckton here as we close in on 6 o'clock in central Wisconsin. Popped up into the screen. And it's 2-1. Hopper wheels and deals. Gonna be hit hard to center field. Ranging over and making the catch out there is Jaden Garski to end the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played 5.5. It's 8-1 Pacelli. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're gonna get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
All right, it'll be Umara, Hammerly, and Reinke for Pacelli here in the 6th.
First baseman, number 10, Tomas Umera.
And Pacelli will move into a sectional final tomorrow night down in Necedah. They'll take on Melrose Mendoro. Peyton Mansell, a no-hitter tonight against Assumption. Zumara pops this one up to left field. Dahlstrom over on it and backing up and just able to haul it in to make the catch for out number 1.
The designated hitter, number 9, Nate Hammerly.
5-2 Blair Taylor over Columbus Catholic in the top of the 4th in softball. Pittsville leading Pepin Alma 2-0. Spash and Eau Claire Memorial 0-0 in the top of the 4th in baseball. Hammerly tonight, a strikeout, walk, and a hit by pitch, and flies this one to center as Zimdars chases it down. 2 away now here in the 6th for Eric Reinke. Eric's been on base all 3 times, a double, walk, and a single, scored a couple of runs. Wausau East 2, Eau Claire North 2. They're going to the bottom of the 4th in Eau Claire. Ground ball to third. Oh, off the arm and off the body. Got him at first. Wow, what a job over there at third base by Breitenfeld. And that will do it here in the 6th.
No runs, no hits.
Quick 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 7th. Last shot here for Tigerton. Coach Sankey going to make some changes when we come back. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Nathan Reimer, the new first baseman for Pacelli, as Tomas Umaro warming up down the right field line in their bullpen. And Eric Reinke heading back to getting his gear on. He's ready to go. We're in the 7th here. We will be on the field for our Nacerville Dairy post-game show. Presentation of the plaque and coach of the winning team and a player of the game. We'll have all that for you after the conclusion of this matchup here tonight. New score from Amherst. Amherst gave up 3 runs in the top of the 1st inning. Now lead Crandon 4-3. That regional semifinal in Amherst tonight. Regional final tomorrow night. If Amherst wins, we'll have that game for you over at Amherst High School tomorrow night. Joey Zimdars to lead things off for Tigerton here in the 7th. A swing and a miss there from Joey. He's struck out and reached on a fielder's choice tonight. Kelton Hopper asking for a new baseball. Nacerville Dairy postgame show will wrap up our broadcast here tonight. Nothing in 1 to Joey Zimdars. He hit hard to right at the right fielder, Bryce Flaker, for the first out. A couple of hard hit balls, but the defense right there behind Kelton Hopper tonight.
Right fielder, number 13, Asher Williams.
I'll bring up the right fielder, Asher Williams. A couple of strikeouts tonight for Asher. Kelton's got 13 of them, has 1 walk. And the 1-0 coming back. High, 2-0. Kelton, a long pause, getting ready to get back on the rubber here. And behind 3-0. There's a strike, and Reinke bounced off his Bounced off his mitt. In there for a strike anyway. 3 balls and a strike to Asher Williams, the right fielder. Asher's made a couple of nice catches out in right field tonight for the Tigers. And a wild one, and the second walk issued by Kelton. Base runner here for Tigerton in the 7th. They'll need a lot of them. Cam Carlson now at the plate.
Number 3, Cam Carlson.
Reminder, Nacefield post-game show will wrap up our broadcast here. When it may end, Cam Carlson 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Columbus Catholic still trailing Blair Taylor 5-2 in softball. Kelton's been wild the last couple of tosses here. The 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes now to Cam Carlson, the shortstop. Two balls and no strikes to the Tigerton shortstop. There's one right down the gut. 2-1. Way behind the fastball, blew it past him. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. That was a heater. Good old-fashioned one sign, the 2-2. 3-2 now. The 3-2 coming home. Got him. Striker number 14 for Kelton Hopper. There's 2 outs now here in the 7th for Logan Drews.
Number 18, Logan Drews.
And the offering home. Just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed. The 1-0. Two balls and no strikes. There's one in there. Logan tonight a strikeout in the 3rd and a single in the 5th. Single past Schober over there at 3rd base. There's a strike low at the knees, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tigerton down to their final strike here in the 2025 high school baseball season. Hopper fires home and outside. Count runs full. Asher Williams will have a head start at first base as we cross the 6 o'clock hour here in Plover. And the payoff from Hopper, long pause and inside and walked him. Drews tried to call a timeout, wasn't granted. Second walk of the inning. And
number 15, Brett Tiller.
That'll do it for Kelton Hopper tonight. 14 strikeouts for Kelton. No, maybe not. Coach Sankey out to have a quick conversation. Again, the Pacelli Cardinals will head down to Nacita tomorrow, take on Melrose Mindoro. As Kelton's night is over. Tomas Umara needing 1 out for a regional championship here for the Pacelli Cardinals. Good to take a break here, Katie. All right, we'll be back after this. You're watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
All right, Tomas Umara needing one out here to help the Pacelli Cardinals claim yet another regional championship. As mentioned earlier, last year they went to state. 2 years ago is a heartbreaker up in Athens over the Edgar Wildcats and a sectional final. Pacelli will host a sectional next week right here at Memorial Park in Plover. They will await the winner of Gibraltar and either Iola Scandinavia or Sevastopol. Those two teams will play tomorrow in a regional final. Iola and Sevastopol playing right now. It was 3-0 Iola last look that we had, 5-0 Thunderbirds. So they'll make the fun trip up to the peninsula. Here's the first offering and bounces in there to the DH, Brett Tiller. Two on, two out. Offering home is swung on and missed. And Kelton tonight goes 6 2/3. Gives up a run, strikes out 14 and walks 3, and gave up 3 hits. 2-1 now to the number 9 hitter, Brett Tiller, the DH. The 2-1. Ooh. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The disapproval from the Tigerton faithful. Now down to their final strike again. The 2-2 coming home. Got him, and that'll do it. And the Pacelli Cardinals are the 2025 Division IV regional champions once again here this year. Final score, Pacelli 8 and Tigerton 1. The winning pitcher, once again, Kelton Hopper. 14 more strikeouts. We will have him and Coach Sankey when we come back after the trophy presentation here on Zaleski Sports. We'll keep the camera rolling until after the presentation. Run the our Naysville Dairy postgame show. And then we'll have the conversation with Coach Sankey and Kelton Hopper as well. Thank you all for tuning in. Naysville Dairy postgame show coming up next. You've been watching high school baseball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
final plaque to Wayne Sankey and the Pacelli Cardinals. Congratulations. All the seniors accepting the plaque. The Cardinals will then play on next Tuesday in sectional play right here at Memorial Park.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Feur, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
To Plover as the Pacelli Cardinals regional champions here in 2025. Here with Pacelli head coach Wayne Sankey. Coach, took a little bit, but the discipline at the plate in the third inning was the big story, drawing 5 walks in that inning and bringing in 7 runs.
Yeah, I liked our approach and our at-bats. We knew their kid threw some pitches a couple days ago, and he wasn't, completely fresh. But guys had good discipline and good at-bats and really put up that crooked number in that inning.
Heading to sectionals next week. You've been with these guys obviously for a long time, but what has been the biggest improvement or the biggest thing you've seen from these guys the last 2 months?
It's just our senior leadership. That group of 6-7 guys are just great leaders on this team, and they have a goal, and they know that it's still one game at a time, and nobody's going to hand us anything. They're coming after us, so we just got to be ready to go every time out.
Just talk about how special it is now next week hosting a sectional here at Memorial in front of home fans. Just talk about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a cool experience for our kids, especially when we weren't supposed to have the sectional, and we, as soon as WIAA put it out there, of course, I was volunteering right away. So hopefully it's going to be very special for our kids.
Perfect. Thank you, Wayne.
Right,
congratulations. Thank you. Bringing our Zaleski Sports Player of the Game, Kelton Opper. Kelton, 14 more strikeouts tonight. What was working for you on the mound?
I was really throwing just mainly fastballs, mixing in off-speed, curveballs, changeups, but really just trying to throw strikes, let my defense do the work.
Another regional championship in the trophy case at Pacelli. Just talk about how special this one is.
It definitely means a lot to us, but we have unfinished business.
And in front of your home fans, get to host a sectional next week, get to pitch on a mound that you're very familiar with. How important is that going to be to get 2 games, hopefully 2 games next week to go to state?
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it, but we got to take it 1 game at a time.
All right, we'll put you in the house, all right?
All right.
Get this out of the way here. Go ahead, Kelton.
I'm Kelton Opper, and I'm in the house.
Congratulations. Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Thank you. All right, with that, we're going to wrap things up here for Memorial Park in Plover. Again, Pacelli will host a sectional next week. Their first game will be at 1 p.m. next Tuesday, awaiting Gibraltar or Iola Scandinavia. That regional championship game will be played in Gibraltar tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. I'll be back with you tomorrow. We'll be heading down to Necedah. Pacelli looking for another trip to state in softball. They'll take on the Mustangs from Melrose Mendoro, 5 p.m. first pitch from Necedah High School. For Katie Lecton, this is Steve Maves. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. We'll talk to you again tomorrow right here on Zaleski Sports.